Hello, welcome to Roller Coaster Motor. My name is Tommy, and today I'll be showing off Hilton Grand Vacation Club at SeaWorld Orlando. Stayed here 8 nights in late October of 2024. I'll be starting off with the pool near my room, which is farther away from the check-in area right where I am, and then I'll be working my way towards this area and showing off all the resort has to offer. Then finally, I'll be finishing up with a room tour. I stayed in a 1-bedroom king room. All right, let's go. Here we got the back pool of the resort. See, it extends over there with the hot tub to the left. And over there is a kid's splash pad. This is building 7, 8, and 9. My room is all the way up there on the top floor. I spent probably about 2/3 of all my pool time at this resort in this pool. Generally quieter, more older person vibe, which, hey, I'm in my mid-30s and I kind of vibed with that because I like a little more quiet of an experience. Sometimes it got a little bit busy, but yeah, predominantly I spent my time in this pool. I mean, it was also the closest one to my room, so it only gets to about 4.5 feet deep. This resort also has various little grilling stations right here, all throughout between various buildings. Never did any grilling myself, but it is an option. I also love how, this is just a general Florida thing, but there's lizards kind of everywhere. When you're walking, you might see them scurry across pretty quick, but they're not showing up at this particular moment. But as you can kind of see right here, I just showed you 3 buildings, but there's, I think, maybe 10, 11, 12, something like that. So it's a pretty big resort, pretty sprawling. It could take a little while to walk around it, which sometimes that's kind of the feel that I want, where you feel a little isolated, but also a little spread out within the area where you're isolated. You kind of get what I'm saying. Then right here you have tennis courts, but you also have little pickleball nets right here. And over there in the distance, you can see the yellow lines accommodate pickleball. So tennis or pickleball could be played here. Then right over here, you got a basketball court. Still waiting for a lizard to pop out. Usually you see them all the time, but for some reason, they just aren't popping out right now. Probably because it's early morning. I don't know. And here's some lizards. Oh, I just scurried off. Here's one right here. Yeah. Just want to show them on camera. There's another one right there. Yeah, they scurry off pretty fast. But I love them around here. And here's the main pool area. There's a hot tub immediately to my right that is currently occupied. This pool in front of me tended to be more like the children's family pool, from what I could tell. Though no hard, fast rules about it, just how people tended to occupy them. See, it's got this nice little rock work right here and a waterfall. See over in the distance is the family pool, and then here is the main pool. Over there you can see some Halloween decorations at the stage because it is very much Halloween season. And right there in the center is the check-in desk. Over here they've got another hot tub. Still just general seating. And over there, you see with the tent, that is where the little bar restaurant here is. It's a beautiful little pool. This is easily where most people were occupied. I do want to post a little correction. There's actually 4 hot tubs. You can see right over there. And there's going to be one in the middle of these structures to the left. And there's going to be another one kind of over there in the rocky area to the left, and then another one up top. So 4 total hot tubs in this main pool area of the resort. And over here they have a little pier you can walk out onto. So you got a decent sized pond here. See lots of turtles and fish, and a few days ago I even saw a gator. I will be showing off some of that footage right now because currently I can't see any animals out this early in the morning. Oh, you got some fish here. Maybe he's hungry. Yeah, lots of turtles in the water. That one too. But you can see just barely in the distance that little concrete platform, just a very small gator, just sunbathing. So just another shot of a gator in this little big pond area I thought I would show you. And look, you can see the gator right in front of me. Just chilling. Looks like he's maybe 4 or 5 feet long. Not too big. Pretty small by gator standards, but must be a very nice home for him in this pond, I would imagine. And here is the fitness center. Well, it's not very big. For the size of this resort, I think this should be at least twice as big. But, oh, and they only have one bench, which they really do need two, but, and only one recumbent bicycle of any type. But the one thing they have going for them is that over there, they have dumbbells up to 75 pounds, which I've never ever seen before. Typically, you only ever see dumbbells up to 50 pounds at a resort. And this is the first time in my life I've ever seen ones that go beyond 50 or even up to 75 for that matter, which is definitely a plus that should be noted. But I do wish this fitness center was much bigger. Though to be fair, I usually work on a vacation 2, maybe 3 times. I've only worked out once on this vacation, so it hasn't been a huge issue for this trip, but just thought I'd mention it. Here's the menu at the bar. Here's the drink menu. And here's the general bar area. Not too big, just covered seating. For one of our resort meals, we got chicken tenders with barbecue sauce, ranch, and blue cheese, loaded tater tots, and french fries. I would say the tenders are fine. Tots are pretty good. Fries are pretty good. Overall, I'd say this came out to around $40-ish, so maybe like 5 to 10, a bit more expensive than I think it should be, but not horrible. You are paying for the convenience of eating at the resort, so could be worse, but nothing amazing at the same time. Also, by the main checkout desk behind the pool, we have a little market deli area. General ice cream, milk, grocery items. So you got pastries, stuff like that over there. Some drinks, grab and go style food. You know, stuff you'd microwave, salads, sunscreen, personal toiletry style items. You know, just kind of your general, or gifts, I should say. Generally, things you would have forgotten. They also serve pizza here as well. Obviously Halloween decorations, toys, you know, standard kind of hotel gift shop type, but also a little bit of an eatery and coffee. So right before I do the room tour, I do want to show, right next to us is building 10, because I believe it just goes up to 10 buildings, and they're clearly remodeling it. So there was a bunch of, you know, dumpsters and all that stuff. And I was told that my building had just got redone, but it didn't look super new, honestly. It looked just kind of fine, which wasn't a big deal. It sort of is what it is. But so it's all exterior hallways at this resort and balconies. One complaint is there's only one elevator right there in front of me, which could be a little inconvenient. I kind of wish there were 2, because then it'd be quicker and easier, but it wasn't that big of a deal either. But just, I thought I would mention that. But I kind of like exterior rooms. You do see that a lot in Florida. Not everywhere, but it's pretty common in Florida. And here's the room tour. I'm checking out right now, so any lack of cleanliness, this is how it's looking as we check out. See, just a little garbage there, little dishes. Got the luggage all set, ready to go. All right, first, bathroom. Yep, some dirty towels. Not much to it. They do have, obviously, dispensable shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff. Shower gel. Actually, pretty high pressure. Probably the highest water pressure I've ever had at any Florida hotel resort I've ever been to, ever, honestly. Decent shower. So the mirror. One thing I didn't like is how they do a bar of soap versus like a soap dispenser, but not a huge issue. Also got a little makeup mirror right there. See right here, you got full kitchenette, cabinets, obviously dishes here that you can use. Little fridge. Yeah, we cleaned out, but yeah. It's just kind of enough to store some drinks, maybe some leftover food. Not a big deal. Full-length mirror as well. Instead of having a desk, they just have a little chair and a little table. Not my preferred method, but it still got the job done. I'd prefer a desk, but this is still fine enough. You know, obviously the bed won't look like this when you check in. Do this little couch chair thing. It's kind of weird. I didn't really use it. We just kind of set clothing on it. TV, probably one of the biggest TVs I've ever seen in a hotel room, honestly. And they had a DVD player. So that was kind of weird. A little dated. First thought it was like a Blu-ray player, but no, that's a DVD player. So we never once used it. Kind of like the artwork and the fan. More artwork right there. It's kind of like little dolphin stickers. Then here is the patio. All right. And there's that quiet pool I showed you earlier. We were in building 9 here on the 6th floor, very top. You kind of see across the waterway that's Marriott Cypress Harbor, a fairly similar resort to this one that I stayed at 2 years ago. That was why I initially wanted to stay there, but they do not have single king beds. Like that was a king bed back there that I showed you. Over there it's all like 2 bedrooms. So just me and one other person here, so that didn't really work for us. So this resort worked for us for that reason, price differences. I paid about, after taxes, after fees, around $150 a night. So pretty cheap, honestly, for what you get around here. But yeah, I generally prefer the quiet pool for the most part down there, but every now and then we get busy. Not too bad, but nothing crazy. Overall, I would definitely stay here again. I don't think it was quite as nice as the resort across there, but I would have to be staying with, 3 other people or so to make that work financially, or the space to work too, because otherwise you're just getting too much space for what you're paying for, so I wouldn't really recommend it. I really like the screened-in porch though. But so Orlando, I usually like to stay on property of whatever theme parks I'm visiting, like staying on property for Universal Parks. For this resort, you're like half a mile or so from SeaWorld's front gate. I was on the far end of the resort, so it's probably like 3/4 of a mile from SeaWorld's front gate, so it was very accessible to get to SeaWorld. And then there's also a shuttle from SeaWorld to Busch Gardens, so it's accessible for that. And then Aquatica is like maybe like 1.25 miles, 1.5 miles from here. So technically an off-property resort, but you're still pretty accessible to the SeaWorld parks. And that's typically how I decide what and where to book. And this place kind of met that expectation just fine for me. So yeah, I would definitely stay here, but I would keep it in mind if I would prioritize SeaWorld if I was staying over here again, which I did this trip, and I would in the future if I came back here. But I do like the sprawling resort feel over the more condensed on property resort feel you get with Disney or Universal. I would like to stay at a resort like this once every 2-3 years, because I don't know, it's just a different feel when you're just spread out in the resort like this. Like what you're seeing right here is like maybe like 1/3 to 1/4 of the resort right now, just giving you an idea of just how big it is. So all right, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.